When I look back at how far Sisterhood for Good has come, I'm really in awe of where we've grown from. We started out, as everyone knows, with 2 grants of $500 each, and I thought that was the end of the world. I was like, oh my God, look how much money we gave. And then we just kept getting more members and other like-minded women. We also received more and more sponsors, people who reached out to us. But not only that, it's the cumulative of all of that, plus an incredible board of directors who works tirelessly. We started out with 10, now we're 17. They're all heavy hitters in Sarasota, Manatee. Without the combination of those donors, sponsors, vendors, board members, we wouldn't have gotten to over $600,000 in grants. We certainly wouldn't have gotten to over 180 some odd physical grants awarded in our 14th going into our 15th year. It just wouldn't have happened. We've touched lives of almost 60,000 people in Sarasota, Manatee, and Lakewood Ranch. Every year, don't make me cry, but every year when we have our gala and I get up and I give a message to the people who have attended, I start crying, and it's really because from the bottom of my heart, my God, I am so appreciative.
I decided to join Sisterhood for Good 7 years ago because I saw the impact they are making in a lot of small nonprofits in our community. Not everybody has tens of thousands of dollars to give. That's fine. But I don't like the misconception that philanthropists, have to be wealthy people. We can all be philanthropists in our own way. And that's where Sisterhood for Good gives everybody in our community an opportunity to give back. What I love about Sisterhood for Good is whether your passion is the elderly, at-risk youth, veterans, children, the homeless, cancer patients. We run the gamut of helping, every sector of our community, which is why I love going to our annual grants ceremony where you get to hear firsthand from 30 different nonprofits exactly where our money's going and, what services they're providing, which it's amazing.
Sisterhood for Good has made significant impact for the Child Protection Center and for myself as well. So there's 2 key areas. First, the support of our personal safety and community awareness program. So this is our prevention efforts. So the funds really go towards our prevention workshops, being in the schools, anti-bullying, internet safety, child abuse, abduction prevention, sexual abuse prevention. These are all the workshops that we're doing, and the funds allow us to have the materials present to do these workshops and allows us to educate and equip them with the skills to know how to respond. And so the funding allowed us to serve 1,340 additional kids. The second area of impact that Sisterhood has made is with our therapy program. This funding came at the height of COVID for us. So we had to pivot from in-person to not being able to meet with our clients. And so how are we going to do that? This funding allowed us to transition 850 packs of healing. That is therapy bears, that is books, that's bubbles, that then could be utilized by that therapist to help them go from a child victim of physical and sexual abuse to survivor to one that thrives. And we couldn't have done that without the funding from Sisterhood for Good. You're partnering with us, and together we're making a difference. Together, we're saving lives. That's the impact that Sisterhood is making. And if you don't feel good about what you're doing, I don't know what would make you feel any better. It's tremendous, and we applaud your efforts.
When I look back at what I think we could give, there's no stopping us. We could give as much as we can raise, and people forget. Even though we're a charity, we're a business. So we do have to think about where we're going. We do a board retreat every year. We do board meetings. We plan, we structure, we strategize. It's not just about what can we do today, where can we be tomorrow, how can we be better, how can we be bigger, how can we give more back. And where I'd love to be is to get to that $1 million within 2 years. And that's going to take everybody pulling up their bootstraps. Not just me, not just the board, including our sponsors, including all the people that give. And I hope that we can help make that dream come true, not just for us, not just for Sisterhood, but for our community.
When I speak to people about joining me as a donor at Sisterhood for Good, one of the first things that come to mind is that we are a 100% volunteer-run organization. We give away 100% of all the money we raise every year. So we start from scratch every year, and our goal is to continually raise more and more funds to give away more money in our community. There are 2,400 nonprofits in this community, and as a philanthropist, when I think about who I want to give to every year, Sisterhood for Good is always at the top of my list, because when I go to the award ceremony every year and I hear from small nonprofits who don't get the large grants from the community foundations, they are really depending on us for their annual budget, and I see what they're doing with the money and how far it goes and the amount of people they're helping. And that's why I continue to support Sisterhood for Good.
We are so grateful for the impact that all the Sisterhood for Good members make, and you need to know you're part of that success. You're not there in that room, but you are. You're not in that classroom, but you are. So you're a part of our success. You're part of our mission. Wow, if you want something done, look at the power and the impact of this group. And we are so grateful.
You know, I'm asked frequently, what's the one thing that would be my message to everybody? And I break all the rules. It's not just one thing. I mean, I can tell you it's everything. It's cumulative. It's the giving. It's the hard work. It's the enthusiasm. It's the hearts. It's the time, treasure, and talent that everyone provides to us so we can in turn give it back to the community. It's not one thing, it's everything. When I think about what we built, aside from getting emotional, I know in my heart that what we're doing is the best thing for this community. And I'm hoping, and I assume by the generosity of the people out in the audience or donors and people who see us and talk to us, sponsors who call up and say, what can I do for you? I assume that it means that is a validation of, in fact, what we're doing is making a difference in the community. And I hope we continue to grow it to the point that when I'm gone someday, Sisterhood for Good is still here. And that's what I want. I want everyone to hear about us. I want everybody to feel that whatever we're doing is the right thing. And they're getting their money's worth when they make a donation to Sisterhood, because they know we're helping our community no matter what. That's the part of my heart that makes me happy.